Hi everyone, my name is Kalies von Kreatives Leben. I'm a German mixed media artist and I love art journaling. And if you're wondering whether this is something from you, stay tuned. This is what this video is going to be about. So, I promised you I would show you different examples and I will try to inspire you to start your own art journal. So here you have three different examples. This is a classical, this is the Delusion art journal that many of you have. This one has seen better days because I've used it and it's quite old. But you know, this would be the standard, but it's not the cheapest. So I would like to show you other ones. This is just plain paper and I've binded it myself, and this is from scratch to the end really my own. This is something I did by myself, and if you're not sure whether art journaling is something for you, I would recommend don't buy an expensive one, try to create your own one. There are lots of videos out there. I've created a few videos on how to do your own art journal. Check them out, that can give you some ideas. And this is last but not least like a middle one. So this is a small binder and basically I have entered my own pages in there. This is like a pocket letter where I can put some ATC, so small cards, or I can put pictures in there. Here I hand wrote what I did every day. So this really is like something everyone can create for themselves based on existing stuff. You don't have to do everything, you don't need to go into binding, but you have something in between. So this is what you can start with, and if you're not sure, start with the cheapest, the easiest for you, and then if you like it, invest in more. That would be my tip. So, what is art journaling? I still haven't answered that question, and I'm going to give you multiple answers because my belief is that art journaling is what you make out of it. Art and journaling consists of two parts, the arting part and the journaling part. I have a few, so like the one I just showed you. This is a classical journaling part. I write down what I did. I give some feedback on different things that are important to me. This is really, you know, I can go back and memories come to my mind because I have the pictures in here and I have written down some stuff. Here is another one that I did myself from scratch, which is, you know, on my holidays. So this is memories on what I did on my holidays. I have pictures in there, I wrote something. So here, this is again more the journaling part that I focused on. I also have this here. I have created a journal. It really is a journal. Every week I have a page, you know, you see the dates, and I write down what has happened, what I did, and I try to put art in there. So here I went out for a very nice dinner, so here you see the different plates I was eating. I include pictures of people that are important, things that happened to me. I put pictures of painting I did in the week because that's a painting I'm very proud of. I just doodle, I just paint. I put a picture out of a magazine. So whatever fits me, or you know, here I got a new glasses. So this really is a journaling, art journaling, and this is very private and very special to me. So that's something you can do if you like journaling and you want to add some art. You can do it more like a bullet journal, but you can also do something like that, a mixture of creativity. But you can do something on the other hand, which is just paintings. You know, I just paint different stuff. This is out of a course I'm doing, Let's Face It. And this is practicing my art. And I see an evolution. I know more or less I know which year it's going to be. I'm going to write this and I'm going to change the cover one day. And then it will say 2018 because that's my very actual journal. Or you can do, you know, use stencils, you can take, so this is also from a magazine, and just some writing here, and you can also do things with stamps, for example. I did this one with stamps, and so very easy. Stamps and just a quote that I printed out, and that's basically it. Of course, here you need to have stencils, for example, or stamps, but you know, what I'm trying to say is, do you need to be a very accomplished artist to start an art journal? No. Everyone can do it. It's all about having fun. It's about doing what you like. It's expressing yourself. This, for example, is very colorful because I love colors, and that's what I'm practicing. And there are lots of different ways of doing it. So, for example, this is just a plain postcard I put in there because I love the little imps. There are many things that you can do, and I encourage you to do whatever you like. As I said at the beginning, for me, rather than buy something, so this is an art journal from Fabiani, this is one from Rangers, this is another size from Rangers, so if you're more into black, for example, that is something you might like. I really like this one because I love the fact that it's black. It's a square, it's smaller, this is larger. There are even larger ones, about twice the letter size. And we also have smaller ones, and I even have one which is far smaller, but I'm not too much into small art journals. I love it big, so my small art journals usually are not getting used, and I wouldn't be able to show you anything in my smaller art journal, so I'm not showing you anything. So, this is what you could buy. There are many more. I personally love the Strathmore, so I have a few Strathmores. This is a Strathmore soft cover. This is Strathmore hard cover that I also like. The paper doesn't mind water, so that's what I like about them. And what I also like, besides these, I also love the Stillman and Burn. This is wonderful. I mean, look at this. I put a lot of water and it's still very flat. And you can do, you know, whatever you fancy. So this is really a journal I can recommend. It has seen better days, I admit. That's something that is a pity, but as long as the paper holds well, that's all that I measure. That's one that's going to be done very soon. But if you're more into doing it yourself, let me show you some examples. So I had to put some on the floor because I didn't have enough space. I hope you can still hear me. So let me show you one of my favorite one. This is one that I did with another, this is an art collaboration I did with another YouTuber, Dastine Chen. She is very good at doing mini journals, and we decided to do something together. So I did the painting, and you see, so I've done some of my girls in here. I think there's another one here as well. And I just love this journal. I could be doing more. I could be adding some text, quotes. But to be honest, I love it so much, I'm a little bit worried that I might somehow break it or whatever. I know it's weird and it's just paper, but still. Another way of doing your own art journal are these mini zines, yes, for magazines. So if you love art journaling and you love small sizes, ATC size, artist trading card size, I would recommend you do one of these. This is one I did on plain copy paper and with watercolors. This is one I received from Esther Todd, a wonderful one, and I'm showing you this one because it shows you what I actually did, or what she actually did, sorry. So it's basically a letter size, or A4, A4, and she cut in the middle and she just folded it to make a little art journal. And so if you like it small, this is something I can strongly recommend to you because this is really neat. So I can recommend that. I can, you know, sometimes you can just do the accordion kind of art journal, very easy to do. This is on my trip to South Africa with pictures, with some writing on what we saw and did. Or here, also done from scratch, but I binded it myself, so that takes a little bit, it's more challenging. And here I just have some quotes that I like, and I did some stitching, some hand stitching with a machine. So I can really recommend that to you. This is based on a course by Dina Wakely, and this is also fun. So this is to show you that you can do your own art journals. And of course, as a last option, if this is all too complex to bind or to do yourself, you could simply take whatever you find. So this is an old calendar I took, and I basically took some gesso and painted on top of it afterwards. And you can still see some of the dates underneath, but that's fine, that's part of the fun. And here, this is an old book, so let me show you the back, because I haven't finished yet completely. So that's a normal page, and you can see I've done the cover. But I have also done some pages already. So I'm usually gluing 1 or 2 pages together when the pages are too thin, and then I put in some magazine pieces, or I paint on top, depending on what I fancy. This is my creature art journal, so it's very spooky. It's a spooky art journal, basically. But I like this one as well, so it doesn't need to be all very nice and cute. And, sorry, this is the last, but not the least. This was originally, you know, a little leaflet I received through the mail for a car. I'm not going to say which car. And I like the paper, because that's what is important. If you have glossy paper, it's harder. This was really a matte paper on which I could paint on top, and I really love the result. Some of the pages I really used what was there already. So for example, here I have most of the circles were there. This one was there, and this one, and the rest I put on top just to mimic it. And then I put this dream catcher, and yeah, this is, you know, let yourself get inspired. The same with this one. I took what was there and I transformed it, and here it's just, you know, it has nothing to do with what was underneath before. So it depends on what you have on the page. Some pages will inspire you more than others, some will inspire you less. So I hope this has inspired you, make you want to start art journaling, and if you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel. Bye bye!